right, guys, here we go. The Big Seattle Boat Show 2026. We're going to do a full walkthrough on this video so we can just see the whole thing in its entirety. We're going to pay a little extra attention to the fishing boats. Obviously, we love that on my channel. And so for those of you who didn't make it this year, or maybe you live somewhere where you don't have a big boat show that comes to your town, here you go. If this sounds good to you, please take 1 second, subscribe, turn on the bell so you don't miss the future videos. Help me grow this channel. Much appreciated. Let's go. All right, guys, what's up? Thanks for joining. Ken here with you once again. Appreciate you joining today. Let's get right into it. The Big Seattle Boat Show. Such a huge boat show, so much to see. Right off the bat, we come across some Chris Craft boats, some of these really old antique Chris Craft boats. These babies are a work of art. They don't make them like that anymore. I'm dying to know how much they're worth. I didn't see a price tag. They got a huge selection of inflatables. I haven't got much interest on my channel for inflatable boats. I haven't really heard anybody say anything, but they must do okay. They must sell a few because they always have a huge selection at the boat shows. Guys, these Fish-Right boats right here, these are probably the boats that's going to give you the most bang for your buck. If you like these aluminum fishing boats, Fish-Right always has the best prices on their boats. You got a really nice center console boat, very fishable, easy to fish from all sides of the boat, room for your gear. $45,792 for this 18-footer. It's a sweet fishing boat, guys, for a good price. And they always have nice Honda motors on them. And I love Honda. Now here's my boat right here. I love this boat, and I love the price. The deck is huge, comfortably fit 4 people up there. You can comfortably fish 4 people off the back. Another nice Honda 115. You don't get the extended transom, but you get $49,995 for a 20-footer. So you got plenty of room in there for more gear, and you got room to put a cooler in there for your fish, even though it doesn't have that extra fish box and the extended transom. Still, awesome boat for the price. And we're gonna walk past some ski boats here. I don't spend a lot of time on the ski boats because I haven't really got any interest on my channel for ski boats. We kind of love our fishing boats on my channel. So we are gonna go right to this Duckworth here. Now this Duckworth is gonna compete with that Fish-Right that we just looked at. A little bit more, but not much. But just a serious heavy-duty boat that's been around forever. I trust Duckworth. Nice 115 Yamaha on it. Doesn't have the Honda that I like, but nice Yamaha 115. Downrigger mounts ready to go. Huge deck. Comfortably fit 4 people up in the cabin. Comfortably fish 4 people in the back. The other one was a 19-footer. This is a 20-footer. 62,000. So, little more, but not much. So, Duckworth again. I love Duckworth, and I love their prices. Duckworth and Fish-Right. 2 awesome heavy-duty aluminum fishing boats for the best prices. Another one, 18-footer, $62,495. 18-footer with the extended transom, nice fish box, downrigger mounts. Canvas top with some nice heavy-duty bracing for the canvas top. That's a step up from the cheapos. Serious heavy-duty windshields on them. All your basic gauges. The deck space is not huge, but big enough. I love Duckworth. I love the boat that you get for the price. 20-footer, $66,000. Another nice Yamaha 115. Okay, we're keeping it moving a little bit. Another one with a nice Yamaha 115, again, extended transom. Nice size boat. Again, we had another 20-footer, $65,000 again, basically same boat again. And here we have tiller style boat. So we're gonna get a much better price here. Jet drive, 80 horse Yamaha. So it's a Smoker Craft for $42,000. Smoker Craft stepped up their game this year. They brought some nice heavier gauge aluminum boats to the boat show this year, mainly the tiller style boats like this here. So I was happy to see that. $32,000 for this 16-footer. I love that boat for that price. So much space in that boat for all your gear. Very fishable. Awesome price. Smokercraft stepped it up this year. Usually not a big fan of Smokercraft, but I kind of am now. Guys, what do you think so far? If you're liking the video and you think you might like to see more, got a 21-footer here for $97,000, North River. Don't forget to subscribe, please, and thank you. Put a lot of time into these videos, and the channel is growing, but it takes time. Let's get it going. North Rivers are a little pricey. I mean, you know, we just stepped up in price quite a bit. But they got good jet engines, spring-loaded seats. They're designed to, you know, do some serious river fishing, get way up the rivers, some of them. Another super sweet tiller sailboat with a really sweet motor on this one. VMAX Yamaha 200, nice motor. North River 21-footer for $89,000. Boat show price down from $101,000. So you always get the best prices at the boat shows, guys. Everything is on sale at the boat shows. If you want that once a year sale to get a good price on your fishing boat, come to the Seattle Boat Show. We got a Willys free or open fisherman style boat again, tiller style. You're gonna pay. Willys are a little pricey too. I mean, awesome boats, been around forever. $72,000 for a 20-footer. That's actually not bad for a 20-footer. That's not so bad. Another one, another nice show VMAX Yamaha. Always got to check and see if that kicker motor comes with the price. $74,000 for a 20-footer. Nice 20-footer. $74,000. Little pricey. We got some monster huge craft boats coming up. There was a lot of people at the boat show this year. I couldn't see all the boats I wanted to see because at times there was just people all over the boats, and I wasn't going to just stand there and wait all day. So, but man, the Seattle Boat Show is just huge. I mean, 2 days in a row, and I was there for about 5.5 hours both days, just filming boats, and I still didn't get all of them, but I got all the fishing boats. I am loving the layout and the colors on this boat. So many of the aluminum fishing boats are so dark, and the inside is always just black, and it's so dark inside you can't hardly see anything. I wish more of these boat companies would offer like some more colors, you know, instead of most of the time they're just all black. And the inside most of the time is always black. But both of these, the one on the right, a nice tan color, and the one on the left, nice white. Look inside, when you turn the lights on, everything is nice and bright and crisp. You can see everything, and it just feels so much better to be in there. Moving on to some Kingfishers. Kingfishers are great. Like most of the time, these aluminum fishing boats, they're very heavy duty, and they're really not made for luxury. And the cabin is not luxury either. It's just like, you know, everything is just kind of industrial, you know. But with Kingfisher, most of the time, especially when you get up to their bigger boats, the inside is really nice, and it is definitely has some luxury. So we are almost at $164,000 for this baby. Nice huge deck, 6-man fishing boat. Nice overhang there. Get out of the weather a little bit. Okay, now here's their most affordable one. This is a popular boat. I've had a few comments about this boat right here. Nice 90 horse Honda on it. Nice motor for that boat. 18-footer for $43,000. Again, as far as the price, you're not going to really get a much better boat for that price like this. Little small for 4 people. I mean, you can do it. It's going to be a real tight fit. You can do it, but awesome boat for 2 people or 3. Now, Makara here. I got to meet the owner of Makara. He was there. Got to stop and chat with him for a little bit. Really nice guy. Looked very young. Made me feel old. I love it when a guy that looks like he's about 35 years old is the owner of a major boat company like Makara. It makes you feel like you did nothing with your life. They're sweet, but they're pricey. $530,000 for the big one. That blue one on the right, that's $530,000 for the basic entry-level model, not with all the extra stuff. And then this other one here is less. I think he said $480,000. But look at that, you can sleep 4 people. That's a long distance offshore boat right there. You could sleep 4 people on this boat and easily seat 4 people in and easily fish 4 people in the back. And here's their big one, the big gun. The Makara Gen 3 36. Basically the ultimate aluminum fishing boat that you could ever get. Makaras are the best. And I remember last year it was about $480,000, and this year it's already up to about $530,000. This price right here, $852,245. That's the boat that's loaded with all the extra features. But if you just get the basic entry-level price with not the extra stuff, they're about $530,000 is what they told me. So
on this one here,
yeah,
the price is $430,000.
A lot of money. And here's that other smaller one that we just looked at a minute ago. Now we can see the 33-footer, $563,357. But that's loaded with the extra features. So again, you'll get a much better price on that too if you just get the
that's good to know.
The bare bones, the entry-level version. All right, so let's get inside and check this baby out. This thing is worth a closer look for sure. Got your live well, your extra large bait cutting station or fillet station, burn-wind mounts built in all the way around, a loaded outdoor steering console, that sweet rear-facing seat for 2. Love the rear-facing seats. Nice big overhang, get some protection from the weather. LED lighting loaded with rocket launchers, and the door and the window open all the way up, so the whole thing just gives you that indoor-outdoor thing. I love that. You can see everything in the back easily when you open it up. Look at this dash or helm. Leather wrapped. Those are so sweet. Sleeping area for a couple people, couple little people. Full bathroom with shower. So again, take out 4 people on a long fishing trip.
The owner of the company?
You can crash on the boat,
wow,
take
honored
showers.
to meet you, man.
Here's the guy, the owner. Struck me as being pretty young for being the owner of a major boat company. I guess compared to me, anyway. Anyway, moving on. More inflatables. I would love to hear some comments. How would you feel about having an inflatable, something like one of these? These are high field. Out on the big water, like the Puget Sound, or taking them out on the ocean fishing. But you can get one for pretty cheap and just put a little outboard on it and be good to go. All right, more tiller style. Wooldridge, again. Wooldridge boats, serious hardcore river fishing boats designed to go way up the rivers in really shallow water. And they're a little pricey. They're not cheap. I like the way this boat has just 2 seats and a heavy-duty windshield, and the back is just completely open, just one giant deck. I love that. Because you can always put another chair or 2 back there. You know, one of those tripod boat chairs if you want to. But it's nice to have that just open for all your stuff. And so much space, so much room to fish. Another one, sled style center console. Nice Honda 105 VTEC. Sweet motor. Sold. Some lucky guy got himself a sweet new riverboat. No seating though. I guess you stand and drive this boat. All right, one more inflatable real quick. I had to grab a shot of this one because it was so nice. Probably the nicest inflatable that I've seen at the boat show. That thing is awesome. Now that's a boat that I would take out on the big water. No problem. But like this one here, and most of the inflatables, once you have the seating in there and the steering console, it's like there's no room for your stuff and no room to fish, and it's just such a tight space. What do you think, guys? These Targas are sweet. Just grabbing a quick shot. There's a shot of your prices on your Targas for those of you interested. The most expensive one, 1.9 million. The cheapest one is 400,000. That's the 23 footer. That's 400,000. Kind of the everything boats. Very fishable, but full cabin if you want to relax inside the cabin and get out of the weather. And a little V-berth to crash and a bathroom with a shower. So those are weekenders. Could be a family boat. Could even use them as charter boats. They're kind of the everything boat. Right now, we're looking at, oh, God, I forgot the name. Regulator. Regulators make some of the best center consoles you're gonna get. Super popular in Florida. They always bring at least one to the boat show up here. But if you're a center console guy, then you need to check out Regulator. A couple of more super cheap little aluminum boats here. 12 footer, 3,445. 14 footer, about 4,800 almost. Those cheap little aluminum boats are kind of nice. A lot of guys have a little outboard in your garage, and you can grab one of these cheap aluminum boats and throw it on, and you're good to go fishing. Beneteau. I see Beneteau boats kind of like Bayliners. Nice 250 V8. Rod holders, fish box there ready to go, more rod holders on top. These boats are very basic though. They're like Bayliner. They're not high-end boats with the high-end finishes with all the extra custom features, and but it's nice. Fish boxes. Hopefully it has a washdown hose. Little sound system. You can see like the interior finish is very basic. The chairs and the table just, not high-end stuff, very basic, but they're also very affordable. So maybe a couple who wants this style of boat, or maybe a couple with one child, could be a great boat. They're cheap. Okay, we're gonna get a quick shot of a few of the bass boats here, tracker bass boats. But they don't make just bass boats. 17,800. This is why people like them. They're cheap. And they usually come with an electric trolling motor and a fish finder. The heavy aluminum boats don't. They usually don't come with any electronics or a kicker motor, but these bass boats, they usually do. There's a 30,000 here, a really nice electric trolling motor with a foot controller. Good sized front deck. Not really the boat for me. See, look, it usually comes with these electronics. I mean, you got to double check it, but. Okay, and then we come across a lonely Stabicraft. What do you guys think of Stabicraft? They have a pretty loyal following. They're known to be unsinkable, and a lot of people love that. It feels good to know you can go out onto the ocean and you're in a boat that's unsinkable. I mean, feeling safe is a big deal. And I can relate. If I'm out in the middle of the Puget Sound or the Straits or the ocean, I want to know I'm in a boat that's safe, for sure. Little Lund bass boat. I like Lund. Lund makes very fishable boats, smaller size boats that are cheap. Lund offers some pretty nice smaller size fishing boats for really good prices. They have a really nice tiller style 16-foot boat for $20,000 that I really like. We'll see it in a few minutes. Here we go. And they don't just make bass boats. This is more of a deep V boat. $70,000. 18.5 footer. So 18.5 footer for $70,000. Pretty high price. But it's got a really sweet motor. Set up for any kind of fishing. This is not a bass boat. This is more of a deep V. It's got higher sides. You can use it for everything. All right. Another tiller style boat. The 105 Mercury on it. Thunderjet. Okay, we're moving on to Thunderjet. $59,000. It's not too bad a price for that boat. Guys, if I don't tell you the price on every boat, it's because I'm busy rambling on about something else, but I always grab a shot of the price tag there, so you can always pause the video if you want to read the specs, take a look at the price tag. I always try to grab a shot of the price tag and the specs, so for those of you who want to read that whole thing, you can always pause the video. Okay, moving on from the river boats, we have another Thunderjet, 18.5 footer. Is that 72, 73,000? Whew. Pretty pricey for an 18-foot boat, but it's nice. Another Thunderjet, 320,000. 320,000 for the 28-footer. Jesus. Out of my league for sure. But if we grow this channel, maybe one day I'll make enough money from this YouTube channel, I can buy one of these sweet fishing boats. Wouldn't that be amazing? It's a sweet boat though. 6-man boat, easy. All right, here's that Lund that I was talking about for $20,000. It's got a smaller motor. It's only got a 25 horse basic Mercury, but that's fine for a lightweight 16-foot boat. $20,495 for a 16-foot boat. And this boat, it looks a little small, but the storage on the side, I mean, you got plenty of storage for all your rods and all your gear and all your stuff to get it out of the way. And this good sized bow here, again, keep your cooler up there. Maybe some crab pots or whatever. That's a sweet 2-man boat. Not big enough for 4. 3 would be a really tight fit, but you could do it. All right, moving on to Raider. Again, Raider makes some of the best and fully loaded fishing boats, aluminum fishing boats that you're going to get. I mean, they come with everything. They don't make tiny little 16-footers or 18-foot cheap boats. They make the larger size boats starting at 21 foot and going up from there, and they're fully loaded. Look at this. Safety rails all around, a sweet bait cutting station there, a fish box, and another one on the side, probably a live well. Comes with nice Scotty downriggers, diamond plating everywhere, outdoor helm. It's loaded with everything. Rocket launchers all the way around. Comfortable space inside for 6 people. Look at this loaded helm with all the electronics and a radio. Yeah, Raider doesn't really do bare bones. I mean, it is loaded with everything you're ever going to need for serious fishing. So you should be able to just buy one and just go. You should never have to add anything to it. They're a little expensive, but the 21 footer that I love so much, it's about $114,000 and it can easily fish 4 people easily, and it's loaded with everything, and it's a full cabin. So for what you're getting, you're probably not going to find a better boat for the price. Sounds a little pricey for a 21 footer, but for what it is, for what you get. Okay. 24 footer, full cabin, just loaded with everything. Raider boats are always loaded with everything. And I got to chat with the Raider guys, including the owner, for about a half hour this year and last year. Really cool bunch of guys. Said he was going to take me fishing on one of his boats. I'm going to hold you to it. Leave a comment on my channel, dude. Let's go fishing. So again, rocket launchers everywhere. A nice overhang so you can get out of the weather a little bit. Nice and bright in the cabin too. This white one, I love the white ones. Look how bright it is. Nice and bright and crisp. It feels good to be in there. You don't feel like you're in a dungeon like you do when the interior is all black. It's so dark in these fishing boats, these aluminum fishing boats, that it's just like, you feel like you're in a dungeon. But that one is nice. I'm loving that. And Raider offers a nice variety of colors too. 22 footer for $136,000. Sold. Raider sold a lot of boats. The way they have them set up, people just love it. They love that they can buy this boat and it's got absolutely everything you need for serious fishing. You don't have to add anything to it. You just go out. And I think people are liking that. Even though these are larger size boats and more expensive than like your basic Duckworth 20-foot boat. I mean, they're a little pricey, but they're selling a lot of boats. The boat show started on a Saturday. I talked to him on a Wednesday and he told me that I think that they had already sold 16 boats. Sorry. Like 16 boats within 5 days of the boat show. Again, loaded. Electronics, your radio, fish finder, navigation. All right, here we go. The 21 footer I was talking about. This is my boat and it's sold. They sold a lot of boats. Oh! Shoot. Okay, but we got a shot of it earlier. All right, moving on to Stabicraft. All you Stabicraft guys out there. I get quite a few comments about Stabicraft boats on the channel. A lot of people love Stabicraft. I mean, I love Stabicraft. We all love Stabicraft. Again, kind of a unique boat. There's no other boat really like Stabicraft. They're unsinkable. The way they're set up, the way they're built, the way the interior, all the features are for fishing is just different than really any other boat. $83,497 for the 20 footer. 20 footer with the hard top. Rocket launchers everywhere. Rod holders built into the sides of the boats, and cup holders, and little spot for your keys and phone. And the sides are so wide that you can sit on top of it like a bench, which is kind of nice. $85,347 for another 20 footer super cab. Sweet Honda 150 VTEC motor on it. Ultra heavy duty boats, heavy duty swim step, heavy duty everything. My only complaint about Stabicraft is that the sides of the boat are so thick that it takes away a lot of that space inside the boat. The decks on the Stabicraft boats are kind of small compared to other fishing boats. Not nearly as much space for all your gear and to bring a fish into the boat. That's my only complaint. All right, $73,000 basically for the 18-footer. It's a pretty high price for an 18-foot boat, but it's awesome. Again, built-in rod holders, cup holders. This one's seating for 2. So they are not luxury. They are built to be just ultra heavy duty for serious fishing. You may have noticed. And all of the interior on all the Stabicraft boats is always jet black. There's no other colors. It's always just black on the interior. I'd like to see them offer some other color options. They have color options for the outside, but not for the inside. I would like to see them make the cabs that are like maybe a tan color or a white color on the inside. And they need more lighting too, because they're so dark on the inside. They have just a couple of tiny LED lights, and that's it when you're inside the cabin, and it's just really dark in there. Offer some white interior or a tan interior, and maybe add a little more lighting to the boat. So I would like to see that for Stabicraft. They got their own unique little fillet station and fish box. It doesn't go all the way across. It's just that square section. But that's fine. It's plenty big enough to fillet a fish and big enough for some fish. But the bigger fish, I mean, you're going to have to bring a cooler. Throw your fish in. That fish box, if you're catching big king salmon or any other larger type fish, it's not a very big fish box. But a lot of times they come with coolers under the seats. All right, 23-footer for $170,000. Shane, what's up? One of my subscribers who's been a fan of the channel, who's left a bunch of comments. I saw him here at the boat show, right at this time when we were looking at this boat. He bought this boat, the 2350. I don't know if he got the full cabin or if his has the open back, I'm not sure, but basically he bought this boat just about a year ago. Said he's gonna take me fishing to CQ. Let's do it. Make a video. Bring in some nice king salmon into this boat, maybe some halibut. Okay, now we got one that has a white interior with a little more lighting in it. That's better. All right. Okay, now here's the little guy, the little 1550. I've had a couple guys leave comments on the channel who bought this boat. So, $46,497 for a really sweet, seaworthy, ocean-worthy fishing boat, safe boat with a nice Honda motor on it. Awesome two-man boat. And most of us, including myself, I'm not going to go out. Most of the time I'm going to go by myself. Once in a while I'll take somebody with me. And every once in a while, 3 or 4 people. So a smaller boat like that is going to work out fine for a lot of us. Okay, another fish right. Just to be comparison, Stabicraft boats are kind of, there's no other boat like Stabicraft. They're awesome. They're a little expensive. But now here is the more affordable option. If you feel like the prices on the Stabicraft are just a little more than you want to pay, you would go to this. Fish right, basic canvas top with the basic bracing, the cheaper bracing that goes around. I mean, but look at the price. $59,000 for a 19-footer, but it's heavy gauge aluminum. It's not a cheap little smoker craft. A bow big enough to throw another chair up there. Windshield wipers. I mean, this is a great price for this boat. I like Fishrite. All right, we have a Parker. I love Parker. Parker Boats is really stepping up their game this year. They used to be very bare bones boat. It's just boat trailer and motor, no live well, no built-in rod holders, no nothing. But this year, they are stepping up their game for sure. They're making a way better boat. I think they finally figured out that they need to step it up to compete with these other boats. Because nobody wants to pay this much money for a bare bones boat, and then you have to add everything to it. You know, you have to, add a cooler for your fish. You have to add rod holders everywhere. You have to add the downrigger mount, not just the downrigger, but the downrigger mount and the downrigger. You got to add electronics. It's like people don't want to buy such a basic bare bones boat and then have to add all that stuff later. They want to see it something like this, where Parker really stepped it up this year. It's got everything. Padding on the side, so when you're leaning up against the side catching a fish right here, it feels really good on your legs instead of being up against a hard boat. Rod holders everywhere, little outdoor steering console, rocket launchers, a little bit of an overhang there. Not a lot, but good enough. Nicer seats this year, much nicer seats. Nice little cuddy, place to lay down, take a power nap. The helm is fully loaded now. It used to have absolutely nothing. Nice comfortable looking captain's chair with armrest. What's up? Giving it the seat test. They're all basically the same. Huge decks on the Parkers though, that's what you love about the Parkers. Huge decks, super fishable. Even on the smaller size boats, there's enough seating for 4 on the inside, and the decks are big. So plenty of room to bring big fish into the boat, room for your gear. This is actually another Stabicraft. The Stabicraft with the sea legs. I'm liking this one. 2 front seats and 2 rear facing seats. Am I wrong? Is this a Stabicraft?
It's
yes, yes it is.
Secondary roads. You can go about 7
So
miles per
this
hour.
is the one that you can drive right into the water.
All the way extended down and get you back.
I mean, if you have a waterfront house or a house that's right close to the beach, you can just drive this right from your garage into the water.
Everybody who's yelling at their wife at the,
That's pretty
boat
sweet.
launch, you know, you're not going to get your truck dipped in the salt.
Not the boat for me, because I don't have a waterfront home.
Yeah, I mean, if you live close to the water, just drive it
But-
down, right?
Exactly. And come out.
Also, if you're going to head out to a really remote spot
Really cool boats.
and get away from all the people and just go camping in some remote spot, you want to go fishing, but there's no public boat launch or anything, that'd be sweet. Drive it right onto the beach, right into the water. That would be awesome. All right, Sargo. This is the 28-foot Sargo. My last video I just did, went a full walkthrough with the salesman right here. He knows everything about this boat inside and out. And it's kind of the everything boat.
There's kind of just a lot of
You can get an inboard or outboards on this boat.
nice storage for your fenders. So you're not
The deck is like very fishable.
have a home.
Where he's standing right now,
They use
I mean, you got easy 3-4 people can stand back there and fish.
this way of handling
And then up,
big seas.
you have that other side of the deck where, again,
Kind of
you know,
forward to the
plenty of seating.
design of the Sargo.
Comfortable walk around, easily walk all the way around this boat. You can fish from the sides of the boat.
Stores this huge picnic.
You could use this as a charter boat.
Have easy access to all your
Here's a quick shot of the nice Volvo Penta engine that it has, 380.
Sargo defaults.
They can put burn wind mounts on it. This one does have some burn wind mounts on it and rod holders. Nice large overhang off the back, so when you're sitting on that back bench, you have some
Storage on both
protection from the weather.
or both these benches here.
Good sized fish boxes on the
Nice
sides.
convenient place available with
More storage. He said you can convert that into a freezer. They can set that up to where that's one big freezer. So
and the cooling element.
I don't know how much that brings up the price, but this boat's $450,000. I know that, but that is a pretty amazing feature. If that could be a freezer, you could catch your fish, fillet them, and throw them right into the freezer. And that pearl white color with the black hardware looks really nice. If you guys want to see this boat closer, the video I just did, like I said, we do a full walk through the entire boat and just kind of shows every feature. This boat is kind of the everything boat.
Really nice overhang.
It could be a serious fishing boat. You could even use it as a charter boat. But it's got a full cabin. So if you want to get out of the weather,
What's on the ceiling?
you know, about 5 people could comfortably relax inside. It's got a small V-berth sleeping area. Nothing too fancy. It's basic, but it's got a bathroom with a shower. So could be a full weekender. Could be a serious fishing boat. Perfect boat for a married couple with a couple kids. Kind of the everything boat. And the interior cabin space is really nice. These velvet seats, those are so nice. Nice bow, a nice spot right here to throw a nice cushion there. Seating for 2. Could easily fish off the bow. Or just enjoy the view while you're cruising. They've got a rubber bumper along the side, goes all the way around. Give you that little bit of a protection if you pull up to a boat or pull up to the dock. With that, you might not even need to throw your buoys over the side. That might be good enough. Just kind of depends on what you're doing. But you're probably still going to need the buoys though. But it's nice to have that.
So you got these comfy seats.
And the helm is pretty custom. You can adjust the entire dash to the angle you want and the steering wheel to the angle you want. So you can just kind of get everything in the right position that's comfortable for you. So that's pretty sweet. And that front part of the seat folds up if you want to stand and drive the boat, like most boats at this price range have. A large countertop that comes up when you want to use it, and then it'll come back down when you want to use, just use it for counter space. And the V-berth area is pretty basic, nothing too crazy. Comfortable spot up there for 2 people to sleep. Decent little bathroom with a shower. Okay, let's give it the seat test, see how comfortable these seats are.
You can kind of tuck in.
The footrest part is actually the nice part about the seating here, that just pops down and you got footrest. And then you pop it back up with your feet and it just clicks right back into place. So that's kind of cool.
Here we have a nice table area right here on the outboard side.
And here, okay, here we go. Here's your secondary sleeping area. So not a huge space, but good enough to get some sleep. What do you guys think? 450,000. Do you think this boat is worth 450,000? I mean, I would say so. Guys, if you're still watching at this point, thank you. Thank you for sticking around. Appreciate it. Guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? It's free, no junk mail, right? Just a notification every once in a while when a new video comes out. That's it. So why not subscribe? Okay, I feel like we spent a lot of time on one boat, and this is supposed to be a full boat show walkthrough. So it is time to move on. Okay, Robalo. Guys, I love Robalo boats because they're just beautiful fiberglass fishing boats like your Boston Whaler or your Grady White. But if you feel like those high-end fishing boats like Grady White and Boston Whaler are just too expensive, because they are, Robalo is such a good alternative. They're so nice and so much cheaper. And they make really nice center consoles and really nice dual console boats, both. So we got a sweet center console here. The back seats that face forward fold down. So if you're fishing, bringing fish in the boat, you fold them down so they're kind of protected. And when you're cruising or taking friends out, you fold them up like that right there on the right side. And Fully loaded helm, all your electronics, solid bracing for your, it's not a hard top, it's a canvas top. 88,000
For a YouTube channel.
for the 20-footer. I believe this is the 20-footer. Yeah.
I do
88,000 for
boat
20-foot
shows, mostly
center
check out
console.
Fishing boats and just throw my comments in later.
Serious fishing boat, but party boat as well.
Think of the price,
Sound system.
stuff like that.
Again, guys, I always grab a shot of the spec sheet. So if you ever want to pause it and read that, you can, but I don't want to sit there on the spec sheet and talk about that all day. It could get boring. Okay, here's the 80 or 18-foot center console. Another really nice center console boat. It's not too small. Very comfortable. You can walk around all the way around. $53,685 boat show price. For such a sweet center console boat. That's a great price. A 115 Yamaha motor on it. Coolers underneath the seats. Really nice coolers under their seats.
Center consoles
For a balo, so that's going to be used for your.
console at 18 foot.
Well, you can use it for munchies and drinks, but also for your fish cooler, which is nice because then at the end of the day, you just take it out, take it up to the dock, take it up to wherever you're going to, process your fish. Nice, comfortable bow, and that forward-facing seat right there. You grab the handle on the side, you open it, and you got a little flushing toilet in there, which we'll see in a minute. Another sweet center console, $45,450. Okay, what a sweet price. For the 16-footer, look at those rod holders on the side of the forward-facing seat there. That's pretty sweet. Nice 90-horse Yamaha. Back seats that fold down or up, whatever you prefer. Another nice little helm with everything you need on it. Great boat, great price. I love it. $82,540 here, boat show price for the 20-foot dual console. Now this is my boat. I much prefer the dual consoles. We don't really do center consoles up here in Washington. Nobody really, it's not the right boat up here. It's all everyone has in Florida, but up in here in Washington, it's kind of the opposite. Hardly anybody has center console boats. Another fully loaded helm. Love it. Decent amount of space in the back. Seats fold down if you need. They come with their wakeboard tower. They always come with a wakeboard tower, so it's not just a fishing boat, party boat, wakeboard boat. Nice 200 Yamaha on it. The deck space is not huge for fishing. Kind of good for 2 people to fish. 4 people fishing back there is going to be a really tight fit. But they have a boat that's just a little bigger that you're going to love. Right here. Guys, the thing about Robalo is some of these high-end fiberglass fishing boats, Pursuit, Grady White, Boston Whaler, so expensive. And these are like half the price. That's what I love about Robalo. Twin 200 outboards on this baby. 25-footer. Plenty of rod holders everywhere. Nice little side gate. $154,782 boat show price. Dude, it says the other price is $212,000. That's a huge markdown. But that's why boat shows is a place to buy a boat, because if you're waiting for that once-a-year sale to get a good deal on a boat, that's what boat shows are for. Everything is on sale at the boat shows. Look, little tow bar. Slide your toe under, help you keep your balance. Padding on the side so when you lean forward, it feels good on your legs. Seats that fold down or fold them up when you're fishing. Live well. I'm not sure, I don't know what's going on with the top part of this here. I'm not sure if that comes up, if there's a fish box in there or what, but I couldn't figure it out. It doesn't, tried to find a handle, I tried to pull it up. We'll have to take a closer look at that on the next one. But you got fish boxes in the floor though, so there is definitely 2 good-sized fish boxes in the floor for this boat. Bow thrusters, 1 giant large flat screen with all your gauges and your everything. That's very cool. Open it up. Do we got a toilet? Yes, a real toilet. Nice. This is a sweet boat. 25-footer. What was it, 156,000, 158,000? Right in there. Built-in blue lighting everywhere. Sound system. Time for the seat test.
A little stiff.
Again, I gave a lot of the boats the seat test, but none of them were really that impressive. They were all kind of, you sit up, not really designed to really lean back, not a lot of lower back support. They were all kind of the same, but I mean, they're fine. Defiance. These boats are seriously sweet fishing boats for sure. Defiance boats are awesome. Competing with Parker, but Defiance is a little more equipped and a little more loaded with the extra few features that you really need for serious fishing. So Defiance boats are really nice, and we'll go see some. And on my channel, dude, most of my videos is all about the fishing boats, and we go through it, check it out, check out the price, see what we think of the price, and a lot of comparisons where we'll take the top fishing boats that are the same size and put them together and just do kind of like a little showdown and see which boat we think is giving you the most bang for your buck. I'm always looking for boats that give you a lot of bang for your buck, and I make a lot of videos about that. So subscribe and help me grow this channel, please, and thank you. Cobalt showed up big this year, man. They brought all new boat colors and some new designs, and they stepped up their game. But there were so many people there, and there was like 10 sales reps waiting around the Cobalts, waiting to pounce on you as soon as you go looked at them. So I couldn't get in there. Now this boat I see every year. Dude, if you like that classic, beautiful, timeless boat that has the elegant, beautiful lines, that boat, we're gonna see it at the end of the video. We'll be able to walk through it. I couldn't get on there at the time, but. Okay, sailfish. This is a sailfish boat right here. Again, if you love this style of fishing boat and you want a more affordable alternative to Boston Whaler and Grady Whites, sailfish is another one to check out. They're a little more than the Robalos, but still a much better price than, like, we got Grady Whites right here. Grady White this year, I've heard some of the other sales reps for other boats say that Grady White makes the same exact boat year after year, like they've never brought any new models. But I don't really care about that because the layout of the boat is freaking awesome, and I don't think you need to change it. So they make just the most, the best center consoles and dual consoles, and the whole boat from top to bottom is just designed for absolute fishing. All their boats have everything you need for fishing. You should never have to add anything to a Grady White. And the nicest motors, good sized motors, that's always enough power for the boat. They don't go cheap on anything. And you're paying for the Grady White name. I mean, they're pricey. This one, that one had all your electronics, everything, fully loaded dash. But a lot of the Grady Whites don't come with the electronics, so they're pricey and don't come with the electronics most of the time, or at least half of them. So, but the deck of the boat and the layout, the interior of the boat is just always fully designed to be the best fishing boat. They've always been the best fishing boat. Look at this, rod holders everywhere, a sweet fish box, live well, good deck space. And here you go. Please ask permission to see this boat. Dude, really? That's kind of annoying. So I have to go up to the sales rep and say, can I look at your boat? You know, take the damn sign down and move the chain and let people look at the boat like everyone else. Okay, Sea Dory. Very seaworthy boats. They kind of have that miniature tugboat design. Not a huge boat, but still an ocean-worthy boat. I mean, if you take a wave over the front of the boat, you're fine in these boats for sure. So definitely a safe boat for rough water. Very basic boat though. I mean, the inside of the boat, the deck, there's not much there. It's not really set up for everything you need for fishing, and the inside is very basic as well. But then you step it up to something like this, Sea Sport. I love Sea Sport. Serious ocean-worthy fishing boat. Ocean Sport also are the ultimate fishing boat, but they're so huge that they're more of a charter boat. So then you would step back down to Sea Sport for a personal use boat. I love Sea Sport. Another nice selection of some aluminum fishing boats right here. We have a Lumaweld. So after going through and looking at a handful of these Lumaweld fishing boats, I felt like the prices were pretty high, because I look at the boat, and yes, it's a heavy gauge aluminum fishing boat, the decent trailer and decent motor, but it's very bare bones. It's very basic, bare bones. You know, no electronics, no extra features, nothing. But the price on these boats I thought was kind of high. Compared to other boats like, say, Duckworth or Fishrite, the prices were definitely higher. And I don't know why. So I think if they want to compete on these basic aluminum fishing boats, they're going to have to lower the prices a little bit. It's just my impression. If I was going to buy, I probably would pass on the Lumaweld, because I feel like there's some other boats just like it that are giving you a better price. Boston Whalers. A lot of people at the boat show this year, and hard to get on some of the boats that I wanted to see. And Boston Whaler had a whole bunch of sales reps just hanging out waiting to jump on you. I hate that. But as far as luxury fishing boats, I mean, that are serious ultimate fishing boats, but you got the total luxury up front in the cabin. I mean, which is my kind of boat. That's the exact boat. That's what I'm all about. Luxury in the front, fishing in the back. And Boston Whaler is the best. They're the king of luxury fishing boats. And they're expensive, and you're gonna pay for the Boston Whaler name. It is what it is. But I hear they have a really good resale value. They hold their value, so you ever go to sell it, you'll be able to get top dollar for it. Okay, now we're stepping down to a more affordable Boston Whaler here. See, I like these. 137,000, 400 and change. And they make the best center consoles. Nice wide walkway all the way around. Not a huge boat, but they make it so it's easy to walk all the way around, easy to fish from the side, because that walkway is nice and wide. Got that seat, you can face forward or you can face the back when you're fishing. Move that seat however you want. That is a nice touch, because it's nice to be able to face the back when you're fishing. If you're just drifting and fishing or anchored and fishing, that's pretty nice. 200 V6 wakeboard tower. Stepping down just a bit, we're going to work our way down to the more affordable ones here. So we're under 100,000 now. 96,306 boat show price. Stepping down again. This one here, getting a little small, but still not bad. 67,447. 17 footer. But still very fishable. And you could fish 4 people because you can fish from the back and the sides. So even though it's a smaller boat, you could comfortably fish 4 people from that boat. And now stepping down again to the little guy, 46,000. All right, let's grab a quick shot of a few bayliners. We got to see the bayliners. Bayliners are the most affordable lake boat. They always have been. What do we got here? Boat show price, 67,000. Bayliners are so much better than they used to be. Remember when nobody respected bayliners? You know, every street had one cheap bayliner in the driveway. It was kind of like the really cheap kind of working man's boat or cheap family people boat. And yeah, cheap Chevy engines in them that always had problems, but they're so much better now. I would have no problem buying a bayliner. They're so much nicer now. They come with much better engines, usually nice outboards. Guys, if you're still watching at this point, thank you. You watched the video all the way to the end. Much appreciated. If you're liking the video, there's plenty more coming for 2026 and forever. So please subscribe. Help me grow this channel. Turn on the bell so you don't miss the future videos.